Well, it wouldn't be funny because that would be a lot of resources just thrown into the drifts. The drifts of space. The deep darkness. My astronaut right there. Looks like he's really thinking about his life right now. What have I done? For 25th century. And Star Trek has lied to me. We don't have anything yet. We just have all this crap. Great. Anyway, Merv slightly nabbed me there. Not the best thing in the world. What the hell is that? I can't remember this. Whoa. Oh, it's coming back. There's our lithium. Thank you very much. Right, now we'll get that battery installed. Now, do we make another Jeep? Not really, but getting more of these storage units would be ideal. Of course, we did trade away stuff for it. Right, there we are. Fantastic. I don't know how much this battery can store. But by the looks of how many of these bars we have, I'm assuming it's quite a lot. So I guess we could just stick it right here, and eventually when we have a source of power, we can just throw it in there. Is this not working? Okay. It doesn't seem to work there. That's very interesting. Why didn't you work there? If I were to replace this solar panel and put it over here instead, would you still work? No, you wouldn't. Okay, what about here? That's very interesting. So you work here, but nowhere else. But the solar panel does work everywhere else. Interesting. Well, it's not the end of the world. It seems to be an okay source of power. It's nowhere near as good as the solar panel, but of course it doesn't come with the downside of the solar panel, which is there only works a day. And that's if it's... Well, I think it doesn't matter if it's a cloudy day. Now, of course, we do have a generator right here. It might be the next thing that I make. Because I could stick it on my Jeep for just a little bit of an extra boost. Well, I don't think I'll need that. I could just throw, like, 2 of these generators on here. Probably, I feel like it might be a little bit more space efficient. Maybe. I do like the idea of having just a really cool Jeep with all of what we need on it. But anyway, the storage units is what we need, and we need compound for that. Also, I realized I looked on my first video. I called it compound or something. Quite humorous. I won't lie. Oh, wait. Are we okay running out here very quickly to just get some of this compound? Oh, wait. That looks like resin. Oh, tell you what. We'll grab this oxygen over here. Whoa! There's another cave? Oh, I wonder if that leads to the one that's already connected to us. That'd be really cool if it did. Okay, that's good information right there. We probably want to make ourselves something to indicate. Can we take out what we have in the back there? We can't, unfortunately. Now, we'll grab a little bit of this so we can finish off our oxygen. There we go. Righty then. Anyway, so we're looking for some compound. This is resin. I mean, I suppose we can pick some of this resin up while we're here, because we're probably going to need it at some point. We'll go back to base, and we'll see if we can find any more compound. I do believe there was some lingering... Oh, forgot about that. There is this unit over here, which I believe is power. I wonder where we're getting this extra power from, exactly. It just seemed to come out of nowhere. Is it from our body heat? There's a cave in the mountain. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Right. I think that's enough power. I think we're good. Right, we're going to go and explore the cave in the mountain. Wait, what the hell's this? The game is distracting us in so many different ways right now. And it is amazing. It's a good feeling. A true exploration game. And at the moment, we seem to have this weird... I don't know. Ferrero Rocher plant. What is it? Whoa! Fucking don't die! Don't kill me! Okay, it's some sort of supply drop. Interesting. Got some copper from it, which is quite nice. I like how... I just assumed I was going to die. That's what happened there. Oh, looks like I'm dead. I wonder if I can take this with me and research. Doesn't seem like it. Bit of a shame, but oh well. Let's go see what the mount... Well, I imagine the mountain cave... Oh. We're already low on oxygen? We're going to die out here. I thought we had enough. I wonder if we can... Well, first, I should have really sprinted a long time ago. Oh, here's some compound, but we're probably going to die. No, we're not. We're not going to die. Come on! Wait, what? We're going to... Oh, no. Okay, we've got some of it. Okay, good. Quickly, make your way back. I wonder if we can get ourselves an oxygen tank. That would be quite useful. Ah, okay. We've returned. Probably a good idea to take our Jeep with us. Why are we not doing that? Because I'm a bit stupid. That's probably why. If we connect this to our Jeep, this should hopefully power it. I just want to get a good contrast for just how much power we get out of this battery that recharges the slots in our Jeep. Is it a proper conversion for cells? Okay, that seems alright. It doesn't seem incredible. I'm trying to see how many we don't have left, but it seems to follow our cursor around. It's a little bit jarring. Alright, let's see. We will put the copper right here, because it is a resource we can use. The resin, we will throw it down here. As well as anything else that we don't necessarily need, like that compound. Oh no, we have 2 compound, which I believe is what we need. Right now, we'll keep the power on us. That's okay. I think it's the compound that we need. For the storage. Yeah, we want 2 storage units. Wow, actually, preferably 3 would be quite nice. And even then, having ourselves an extra truck might also be pretty good, just to add, excuse me, another bit of power. Of course, that does need aluminium, which is not that hard to get, funnily enough. That's pretty easy to get. Also, adding ourselves probably the wind turbine on our Jeep might be a good idea. We're running out into the abyss again. We should probably just get ourselves some... we've got some compound on us, so if we just make ourselves some... It's got filters, generators, a beacon, wind turbine, solar. There's a battery right there. So the tank, would that... Could we fill that with oxygen? We have power cells. We must be able to fill that tank with oxygen. Unless, of course, that's what you can make in order to fill up fuel. We don't have any titanium anyway. And I don't know why we would make an oxygen tank out of titanium. Unless, of course, they are made out of titanium traditionally, and I'm just a bit uneducated on the matter, which I imagine is probably the case. But anyway, we will go ahead and we will just make ourselves a lovely little line right here, just so that we can avoid any issues that we might inevitably have. Oh, of course, I did forget that we can... I'm pretty sure this is an unlimited supply of oxygen. So we'll use this instead. Save us a little bit more time. Ooh, okay. A little bit dodgy. Little bit dodgy. Okay, you know what? Sorry, game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, if I did. We don't have a pack on our back, I just realised. So we've got a little cave right here. If we exit the vehicle... Okay, yeah, there's a tether connecting to it, so we probably are alright. There's a geode right there. Fantastic. Throw that on there. Oh, this is looking really promising. In a mostly sort of this is a cool generation kind of way. Not necessarily that we'll get a bunch of resources out of it. Yeah, it sort of just cuts through like this lovely looking canyon right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually. It just ends up ending as a canyon. The music is really giving me that exploration vibe. Unfortunately, I keep forgetting to shift run, but I think that does take up more oxygen. It's not as oxygen efficient, so you will get to a certain destination slightly quicker, but you'll use up more oxygen than you otherwise would just walking there. Is my understanding of it. Oh, there's a ship over there. Now, I'm mostly still looking for compound, and right now, our power... You know, we drained a lot more power than I was really anticipating. Perhaps more batteries, but we'll see what we can find here, because it looks like there's a bunch of resources. And what appears to be another research module right here. We can't seem to get it out. I imagine we can scoop it out. Now, that is really cool. Oh, I love that. That's a very nice touch. Ooh, a seat! Oh, that's really cool. Okay, well, we've got ourselves another seat if we really need one. We can just put these on our back. Titanium. Hydrazine. Okay, so this is a fuel. Got some copper, and we could just stick that on the side here. Bugger it. Anything else in here? Nope. Seems like we're a little bit dead in the water. Some sort of crashed satellite. Or the head of a satellite. Oh, another one. Or, well, something. Can't tell what it is, actually. I think it's just a bit of debris. Some organic compounds that we got out of that little discovery as well. Oh, it's an engine. Oh, okay. It's like a part of an engine. So maybe this was... I don't know. Maybe this was just a detachment phase for some sort of spacecraft. Something over there as well. We'll go back to base first, because we are getting a bit low on the old power. This is why we need to have an alternative vehicle, I think, just to sort of linger around with. Just to hold some more items. But I'm hoping that if we have 2 vehicles, it only runs on one. So basically we can just use the other vehicle as just a power storage unit, I assume. I'm hoping that will be the case anyway. We should probably get this hooked up as well. If it will hook up. Okay, sometimes it doesn't properly work. There we go. That should be powering it up. It is. Fantastic. Okay, and of course we could move these storage units over, I suppose, but that wouldn't be very fun now, would it? So let's open this one first, because it's not as interesting as the other one. Of course, I like to leave the good things for last. I'm a tease, what can I say? Got some coal, okay. It's something that we can sell. Unless, of course, we can use it to make something in the future, which might be the case. I don't know if there would be something. Diamonds? I don't know. Ah, this is a research. Okay, so it's something a bit different, higher tier. Anything interesting? Habitat. Habitat? I've not seen that before. So we can make ourselves a lovely little home. Fingers crossed. We have to make ourselves another attachment here, which is definitely possible. Although, where from? Where would we put the habitat? Probably around about here. It's a nice spot for it. We do have some resin over here. Oh, we also have a bunch of stuff. Okay, we'll throw the titanium and the hydrazine. We'll keep the power on us, that's fine. We'll throw this copper here and this one here as well. Alright, so we'll throw the resin on our backs. Should really remember to shift click, there we go. And I guess we will make ourselves another point. I think we need one more resin. Oh, bollocks. Quickly, run for it! These storms, they are very frequent. As I did state before, they are always very terrifying to see. I mean, once you're inside the storm, it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't give you that sense of scale. You can't compare it with the things around the storm, or beside it. Of course, you do get that lovely little trippy feeling with all the plants just sort of warping a bit. Oh, yep, there we go. There comes all the rocks. I'm really surprised we don't really get any damage done to our base. It's a good thing we don't have any damage, because otherwise this game would be extremely tedious, because after every single event you'd have to do some repair, and then by the time you get the repairs done, you'd probably have another storm on your hands. Perhaps it will be a percentage chance thing, like maybe it'll disconnect one of these cables and just cause it to lose power or something. And once again, it's one of those sort of weird tedium management situations where you don't really want to add too many unneeded mechanics. Games tend to have that issue. And the reply is usually, yeah, you're not hardcore enough. Look, I'm lazy, what can I say? Storms do last. Well, really, they don't last that long at all. Okay, I think we're okay now. We mostly just want to get away from the storm's impending wrath. Right, so we got one of the resins. I'm pretty sure we can get a little bit more from far away over there. So we will go ahead and do that. I love that this double seat situation is quite interesting. We'll just throw that here for now. Can we sit down on this? Yes! There's headlights as if it's a vehicle. Oh, wait, maybe it comes from the seat? No, it doesn't. It would really be funny if I started driving this thing around. Okay, we did think about this. Unfortunately, you can make everything into a vehicle. Best game ever. So, alright, let's see. We were originally looking for compound, but we seem to be getting distracted by everything at the moment. Which is always, it's a good mark, I say, for a game, if you get distracted a lot. Unless those distractions end up being a bit tedious to deal with. Like, once again, we're going back to the whole tedium management. Which I imagine is a class that you can take. Comparing all the different degrees you can have this day and age, I'm imagining it probably is one. There was a compound marker. I think it's around here. It's mostly used up, though. But they do tend to go on for a while. There's one. Fortunately, that's all we can find for that compound. We can find quite a lot of compound lying around, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Or worry. You know, don't worry about it either. Yeah, it's all these little rocks that get in the way. Would be nice if you could put something at the front of your vehicle just to destroy them if you go through it. Getting some aluminium as well so I can make that second part of the vehicle, because I'm really looking forward to doing that. Look, I feel like it's going to be very unlikely that we get a lot done, because you know what? We got a pencil sharpener, a giant one at that, but we don't have the ability to fully explore the world without dying. Well, it's mostly running out of energy, which I suppose isn't the end of the world, but I'm just trying to come up with alternatives to the whole running out of energy situation, which of course would be pretty bad. As we all would agree on, I imagine. Right, there we go. So let's see if this habitat thing is actually... Oh, fuel condenser. Research, smelter, vehicle bay, trade platform, printer. Maybe the habitat is like an inflatable thing you can create. It's not. Maybe it's something that you can make over here. Would have been a good idea for me to check all this stuff first. But I did need to have one more of those things constructed anyway, so... Wind turbine, battery, habitat. Oh, here we go. Oh, right, it's one of these pods. Interesting. I wonder if you could just stick it on a vehicle and it could end up being just some sort of mobile save point. You just need compound to make it. It's not that bad. But we will not do that for now. Instead, we'll make ourselves a storage unit. Those are tethers, not compound. So, yeah. There we are. That's one done. So we will... Can't seem to shove that anywhere we want it to, unfortunately. Do you not work on vehicles? You don't work, do you? Unless you do work and you just... No, you work perfectly fine. Okay. You just don't open out like you do on the buildings. Okay, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to say okay a lot. I wonder if you have a collision issue. If you have too many of them connected up together. Perhaps that is a problem. But anyway, let's get the aluminium. Because I would like to do a little bit of traversing soon. That sounds like fun. And I do believe we've got some more compound just lingering around over here. What we'll do is we'll grab the solar power as well. Here we go. Here's the compound. Although it has been earthed. So maybe we don't have time to do that. It's fine. We'll go down here. We'll get ourselves the aluminium. We'll make ourselves the other truck. We'll connect them together. And we're going to have a happy train. A truck train. It's going to be the best thing ever. And we're just going to keep adding to it. Even though eventually we're probably going to get to a point where we will leave the confines of this world and in search of newer, greater places that will yield us fantastic goods. We're just getting some oxygen right here. Oh, gotta be careful. Where am I going? Oh no, I'm lost. Help me! I seem to have got myself stuck in hell. Not the best place in the world to be stuck in. This is the resource that we're looking for, but I'm just trying to get away from this gas. Right, we should be okay here. Right, here we are. So oxygen and power is going to be used up, so we should be able to get some space. I believe that's free, so one more to go. Of course, we are just completely collapsing this part of the cave. And now we probably can't make our way back. Well, we can. We could just sort of scoop through here. There we go. And then maybe flatten it. Do you think that will work? Do you think we could actually get through that? I question it. I most certainly question it. Alright, we got 3. We just need a little bit more, but I think we've exhausted that vein. And I think our oxygen's going down now. We'll quickly grab some. Let's see. Now, I believe it's not down here. It's up here. Of course, we're now getting oxygen and power, which is always nice. Right, so we're here now. I can't remember where I went. Oh, okay. I went this way. Because I know there was another vein that I didn't completely finish off. I believe it's over here somewhere.